Welcome again. I will be using VS Code as my working environment, and I'm using Windows as my operating system. So the first thing that I will do, I will come to my folder explorer and I will look for my project folder. It's called my task. I'll open it using terminal, and the command line for opening to VS Code is code and dot. And voila, we have our empty folder here, our empty project. So the first thing that I'll do is open my terminal. And I can open it manually. So we can use Control J. I want to create a backend folder because we will be having a front end folder and a backend folder. So my backend folder will be uh, called the backend task. So and the command line for that is make directory from we have an empty backend folder, and when we get to create our frontend, we will create a folder for the frontend. But now we need to navigate and go to the backend folder. So we change the directory to backend. We want to initialize our project, so the command line for that is npm init. We create put enter version is one, enter description, you can enter task, enter. We don't have a repository for now. Author is me, so you can write your name, then type is common.js, and then we say yes. So if we come to a backend, we see we have a new folder, a new file here called package.json. Now the next step is to install some modules that we will need in this application. How do we do that? We say here install and we have Express, we have PG, dot A and V will help us communicate or get data or information from our dot A and V file. Express will allow us to create endpoints. Nodemon is a tool that allows us to reload our application whenever any changes is done rather than doing it manually. All the documentation will be uh, provided into the description. As you can see, we have the node module, we have the package log JSON, and then okay, and the file here. I'll change. I'll do some changes here, and I'll change from the common JS to module. This will allow me to have import and export module easily. So when set to this module, the type field allows package to specific to specify all touches file within the ES module. This is a simple explanation here for that, and we want to add some commands here. Say starts mode, then we'll have our file here called server.js instead of index. We can either use npm start to start our backend, or we can use npm run dev, and this is the command that will take effect when we run that. So I want to add some files here for our backend project, but before that I want to change this to server.js. Then in my terminal here, clear the terminal, and then we want command line for creating a file is touch, then the file name server.js. This file will be the entry point to our backend, so that's why it's called server.js, and it's the name here now. And when we run it, we will run using npm run dev or npm start. So I want to create another file called db.js. That's where the configuration backend database configuration will be done. And I want to create a .env file. That's where we will keep secret token database configuration database URL, and then we will create another folder. I'm sorry, file called touch.git. We will do better for the structuring, but for now this is good for what we are doing for now. And I want to create my server.js file. For now it's empty. We need to create called and we want to create a simple route here, and Excel to complete, then we send hello world. We will create a port. Our port will be 3000, and for now we don't now let's take it away. The port stored in this file, not env, we don't have env. So then port will be listening to, our application will be listening to, and to these ports through the, the terminal will console, will log server running on port, not this port. For now, this is for testing, and let's try and test clear and leaving application. You might have, mm, oh, it's running. It's running. I don't have an error for now. It's running. So the documentation for official documentation for nodemon.env express will be attached in the description for further clarification. And see you in the next tutorial.